Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the 12:30 hour. Can I say that? 12:30 hour? Welcome to the 12 o'clock hour. It's 12:30. That means that you and I have an appointment. It's time to discuss it with Drake. That will be me. Today is episode number 73, and the quick topic today is what is an escalation clause? You may have heard it, but maybe you don't know what it is or how to use it. So we're going to get into that. Before we get started, once again, if you ever miss a live episode, just go over to YouTube, type in Drake's Real Estate TV, hit subscribe, and you'll never miss an episode. So please say hello if you get a chance to visit. I'd appreciate that. And let's get started. So, with a limited inventory of homes in most areas, in conjunction with low interest rates, and of course, generally competitive markets in housing, the idea of an escalation clause is particularly relevant right now. So let's discuss what the escalation clause actually is and when you might need it. So here's actually an overview of what an escalation clause is. An escalation clause is something that you can include in your offer if you're attempting to buy a home. So this clause is one way to increase your chances to win that bid when there's a bidding war. An escalation clause is something that you might include in your offer that guarantees that you'll increase your agreed upon price. Okay, so in real estate offers, the escalation clause will actually state that if another offer is made on that same property that you're bidding on, your bid will automatically go up by a certain amount so that your offer will always remain the highest. And if you've purchased things on eBay, you probably understand what I mean, right? Yeah, I do it all the time. So an escalation clause can state that initially as a buyer, you're willing to pay a particular amount, a particular price. Then you'll go up to a predetermined limit if competing offers are received. So this might add this clause if you're pretty sure that a property is going to go into multiple offers. And in today's market, what property isn't? So with that being said, if you have an escalation clause, you have to remember that there's no guarantee that you're going to be the successful bidder. So how does it work? So if you find the perfect home for you, and with my help, of course, right? And let's say that you make an offer for $600,000, but you suspect that the house is going to receive at least one other offer, you put in the escalation clause into the contract, theoretically, right? So you might, as an example, say if you're outbid, you'll go up to $5,000 over any other offer that they receive, and then you can also say that your highest bid is going to be $650. So most of these clauses are set up to gradually and incrementally increase your offer at set amounts whenever someone outbids you. So that ceiling is an integral part so that you don't spend more money that you can actually afford. Also, if someone puts in an offer that's above that ceiling, well, of course, then you're outbid. So in a seller's market, which we're in right now, an escalation clause can be beneficial. Not everybody uses them. They're not as common as you'd think. And some sellers actually don't like them. So you kind of have to feel your way around it. So if you're going to put in an escalation clause, you need to consult with your lender first. That'll help you figure out whether your situation calls for it, and as well as what your amount should be, and most importantly, your ceiling. For an escalation clause to go into effect, the seller actually must approve the competing offer. So sellers can't use the escalation clause to get you to pay more for the home without that offer. So are there risks? Of course. Escalation clauses can be helpful when you're in a competitive market, but a downside to consider is that you have to lay it out on the line from the start. So you're actually, in a sense, telling the seller right away how much you're willing to pay for that house. That means that their counteroffer, it can be your ceiling price. You also don't necessarily have in any way of knowing whether the competing offer with yours was legitimate or not. And I know a lot of people have complained about that, but usually what we do is we actually ask for page 1 of that other offer just to verify the fact that, let's say the offer is $625 and you're out at $630. We want to see that $625 offer to at least know that something has been made. But, is it legitimate? We'll never know. So how about some tips? Well, if you're thinking about making yourself a more competitive buyer with an escalation clause, you need to be realistic. So base your price ceiling on your financial situation and your approval letter. Okay. You also have to remind yourself that you can still be outbid. It's not a guarantee. So don't use an escalation clause in every house. Use it strategically and when you're genuinely in love with the home. So that's all I have for you today. Nice and short, like I said. Hope you found this information useful. I want to give a shout out to Homekeeper for all the information that they're always providing me week after week. And as always, please don't keep me secret. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving week, doing whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're in town or traveling across the country or abroad, whatever it may be. Please share this with everyone you know. And of course, if there's a topic that you'd like me to discuss in the future, just let me know and I'll get it on the calendar. I hope you have a fantastic week. Please be kind to one another and don't forget to live, laugh, and love. And until we see each other again, when the next move matters, contact Drake for homes. All right? Thanks, everyone. See you later.